How to build your first blockchain on Substrate. Having provided the infrastructure needed for developers to create innovative digital applications, Ethereum, however, has limitations such as limited scalability and high gas fees, factors that are now inhibiting developers from building specialized solutions that can rival popular centralized platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Netflix. Armed with a vast industry experience and deep understanding of creating blockchains, he went ahead to build Substrate as an open-source and future-proof blockchain framework for developers to build on, enabling them to tweak their blockchain's architecture in line with changing customer preferences. Substrate-based blockchains can be integrated as partitions on networks such as Polkadot or Kusama and provide a high level of interoperability, helping to bring to market truly decentralized real-world solutions that are faster, cheaper and safer than ever before. The vision of Web3 being a decentralized blockchain-based version of the Internet depends on developers being able to create different blockchain applications that can interact with each other and with networks such as Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is where Substrate, an open-source blockchain framework for building customized blockchains, is enabling developers to quickly build blockchains based on field-tested code that is powering a large ecosystem of blockchain projects across the world. Comprising of a luminous collection of tools and libraries, Substrate is the primary blockchain software development kit, SDK, that was used to build the Polkadot Layer 0 protocol and can be used by developers to create any type of blockchain. What makes a Substrate node unique is the way in which these operational responsibilities are divided horizontally to provide a modular framework for building blockchains. Each Substrate node makes use of two main elements, an outer node that handles network activity and a runtime that determines transaction validity and is responsible for handling changes to the blockchain's state transition function. With the Substrate runtime handling everything that happens on-chain, it is the core component of the node for building blockchains and controls how transactions are included in blocks, how blocks are returned to the outer node or how the chain state is changed in response to transactions. Using host functions to communicate with the outer node, the Substrate runtime enables runtime validity checking and multi-platform compatibility, providing validation proofs for relay chain consensus mechanisms and offering support for forkless upgrades to the node architecture. How does Substrate enable you to create a custom blockchain? Substrate offers greater freedom, flexibility and optimization abilities than building on top of a general-purpose smart contract blockchain like Ethereum. Developers may choose to first start with a Substrate node template, which is the basic unit in building a blockchain using Substrate and provides a lot of pre-built functionality with default implementations for aspects such as account management, consensus, privileged access and peer-to-peer networking. Frame is one of the most powerful tools provided by Substrate and comprises a number of modules and support libraries to simplify runtime development. These modules are also known as Substrate palettes and represent customizable business logic for use cases such as staking, governance, consensus and other important activities that developers may want to include in the runtime. While one can build a Substrate-based blockchain without using Frame, the different palettes and libraries enable developers to compose a custom runtime logic by using its predefined components as a starting point. By combining pre-built and custom palettes to infinitely control the features and functionality provided by the Substrate blockchain, developers can achieve specific results with a high degree of flexibility and convenience. Whether you are a newbie developer or someone with prior experience in using a blockchain framework, Substrate offers tutorials that focus on providing hands-on experience and the Substrate playground for those who would like to experiment without much guidance. However, it is important to understand how to work with palettes on Substrate in order to customize each node's logic so that it can be used in conjunction with smart contracts to incorporate even more functionality in the resultant blockchain.